Now see, in my example, I took only one direction force. Sorry, I took force only in one direction, and I am saying as F. But if I will apply three forces in three different directions, then every single force will generate stresses in three directions. I mean to say, for that purpose I am going to change the page. You can see here, this F is generating strain in x direction, but it is not like only in x direction. It will also develop strain in y direction. It will also develop strain in z direction. But how will you say that? So for that purpose, you remember there is a formula of Poisson ratio, right? So Poisson ratio formula says strain in y direction, that is also known as lateral strain, divided by strain in x direction, that we are also saying longitudinal strain. So currently I have taken my x direction as longitudinal direction, that's why I am writing x here. Okay, if because it is my priority, I am giving priority as this force F in the beginning itself I have applied in x direction. That's why my longitudinal axis is like x axis. That's why I am writing strain in x direction. So strain in y direction is going to be lateral. At the same time, strain in z direction also going to be lateral. Okay, I hope this part is clear. Like, this is my longitudinal, then this is my lateral, and this is my lateral. What is lateral? If you have one axis like this, then one axis is lateral, which is perpendicular, and another axis is also lateral, which is again perpendicular. It's like, in simple words, if I'll say, x axis is lateral for y also, for z also. Y axis is lateral for z also, for x also. Z axis is lateral for y axis and z also. Currently I have applied force in x direction, which is giving me, yes, no, it depends your body, in which direction the body is long. It's like long, L-O-N-G. Simple, you go like this, long. Okay, so in which direction you are your body is the longest one. It's like, for example, if you have aeroplane like this, in case of aeroplane, in which direction the body is the like longer axis. This is the longer axis. That's why you can call this as longitudinal direction. If you have a square, then right now you cannot say which direction is longitudinal direction, because this dimension and this dimension, they both are same. Okay, so just like in the beginning itself, you will say that x axis I will consider as my longitudinal axis, and y axis I will consider as my lateral axis. Some other can go like this: y axis I will consider my longitudinal axis, and x1 I will consider as lateral axis. It depends, but in case of aeroplane, you can see this is the longest axis. So like that. Okay, so my point is, I'm just trying to say that if you have a bar like this, and on this bar, if you are, everyone, if you have any doubt, please stop me and ask. On this bar, if you'll apply the load like this load will not only elongate the object in this direction, at the same time it will also compress the object in this direction and compress the object in this direction. It's like, if you are considering this direction as x direction, then in x direction length will increase, so strain will be positive. So and remaining two directions, length will decrease, so like d value will decrease. You can, if you're saying that this is your length, and you are saying that this is your height and this is your width, b. Okay, so strain in this direction will be del L by L, strain in this direction will be del B by B, strain in high direction it will be del H by H. Okay, but these two strains will be negative, because the dimension is decreasing. Why dimension is decreasing? Because of the load. Because of the load. If the same load you don't apply here, if the same load you apply like this, same load you apply like this, then what will happen? This H dimension, you can see H dimension is here, H dimension strain will be positive, but remaining two people negative. B is again negative. Earlier also B was negative, but this time L is negative. But if same force you remove from here, okay, remove the force from here, and now you apply force like on the front face, like on the on the front face and on the back face like this. Then you can see I am applying compressive. Take care, I am applying compressive force. Okay, let me go with the tensile, otherwise you'll be confused. I am applying tensile force. So in which dimension the length will increase? B. Dimension of B will increase. So this guy will be positive. Remaining two will not be positive. They will be negative, right? So you can see one force is giving you three types of strain. Poisson's law connect longitudinal strain with lateral strain. So I have explained here just now, we have two lateral directions, correct? For x-axis, y and z, they are lateral. For y-axis, x and z, they are lateral, right? So again, you check out here what I have written. Consider a force F is unidirectional as shown in figure, which will give lateral changes in y and z direction. Why I have written lateral changes in y and z direction? Because as shown in figure, force is acting in x direction, but force F will increase the length in x direction. So in x direction, you will develop one type of strain that is going to be like this. And if you know the dimension, then of course you can write that as del L by L. Correct? This much part is clear. Now this is not my main motto to explain. My main motto is I will apply three forces at a time. Three forces at a time. And because of that, total strain which will appear in x direction. Let's understand how. It is actually it is very simple. People feel it is kind of different. See how can we tackle this? See now, suppose you have object. Now this diagram you draw on your page. Here you apply force F, Fx, because we are applying force in x direction, Fx. Then here you apply force Fy, and then another color, I am taking red color, okay. Apply force like this. This is Fz, and backside also you show like Fz. Okay, now you see strains because of Fx. Only because of Fx you will be having three strains, right? You will be having epsilon x, you will be having epsilon y, you will be having epsilon z. Strains because of Fx, only because of Fx. Okay, so this will be whatever stress will develop in x direction, that you divide by E. Simple. And you also understand, you can also write like this, del L by L. So for simplicity, you also give dimensions. So the green color dimension, I mean this dimension, you give like L, and the blue color dimension you give like height h, and the red color dimension you give like this as a B. Okay, so you see this part epsilon y, definitely I will write as del B by B. But you know, this del B by B I can connect with Young's modulus. How? Sorry, not Young's modulus, Poisson's ratio. Mu is equal to minus del B by B divided by del L by L, correct? So this part I can multiply here. It means what? Del B by B value I can find out in terms of longitudinal strain. It means this I can write as minus mu times of del L by L, correct? Now you see, in same way, strain in H I will write as del H by H. So strain in this I will write as del H by H. But again, this Fx force will develop effect in z direction also. So This part again I can connect with the help of Poisson's ratio. So Poisson's ratio mu I can write as minus del H by H divided by del L by L, and then this del L by L I can multiply here. So, and minus and also you shift, so it will be minus mu del L by L. Okay, this much part is clear. But guys, del L by L, del L by L, del L by L, they all are same, equal to epsilon x by E. It means what? You can understand, strain in y direction we can successfully write in terms of stress of x direction. Strain in z direction we can successfully write in terms of stress in x direction. How? This del L by L value we will replace here. So it will be minus mu epsilon x by E. It will again be minus mu epsilon x by E. Sorry, sigma x by E, not epsilon. Sigma x by E. Okay. I hope everyone is clear. So this effect I have included only because of fx. The same three people. Avnish, ask.